You are getting married and relocating. And the thing nobody tells you is that your partner has been carrying a message for you this whole time. A message that redefines everything you thought you knew about love, about home, about why this particular chapter exists in your life. And it's not what you expect. This person you're about to say forever to has been sitting on something, maybe not even fully aware of it themselves. It's quite steady knowing that has been guiding their decisions, shaping their movements, drawing them toward you with a force they couldn't quite name until now. And when that message finally lands on your heart, when it breaks through all the noise and the planning and the packing boxes and the family opinions and the late night doubts, it will undo you, not in a way that breaks you, but in a way that reorients you. It will recalibrate everything you believed about why this is happening, why now, and why this specific human being. Not the one you imagined, not the one who checked all your boxes, but this one, the one who feels like a mirror and a mystery and a relief all at the same time. You have been walking around thinking this is a love story. And it is, for sure, but it's a love story with a hidden spine, a structure you cannot see from the outside. And that hidden structure is what your partner has been sensing and responding to, often without words, often in ways that seemed confusing or distant or even contradictory to the romance you thought you were building. But here is the truth that changes everything. And I mean everything. Your partner's message is not about them. It's not about their feelings or their needs or their fears. That's the twist. That's the reveal. This whole time you have been waiting for them to say something, to confirm something, to validate something. And what they have been holding isn't about you at all. It's all about this shared assignment you both carry, a purpose that predates your meeting and will outlast your wedding day. A reason you were both born into specific circumstances that on the surface looked completely unrelated to each other. Think about it for a second. The restlessness you felt, the one you couldn't quite place, that itch underneath your skin when you were alone in your apartment at 2 a.m., that was not a flaw in your character. It was a pulse, a heartbeat of something that didn't have a name yet. And your partner felt it too, in their own way, in their own city, in their own quiet moments, long before you crossed paths. So here we are. You are in love. You are planning a life together. You are looking at address on a map that don't feel familiar yet. And you think you know what you are doing. You think this is about compatibility and shared values and maybe a little bit of magic. But you haven't gotten the full transmission yet. And the transmission, when it comes, will not feel like fireworks or a sudden download of clarity. It will It will feel like a slow, undeniable realization that you have been living with this knowledge in your body all along, that your partner is simply the one who speaks it into the room, into the air between you, into the quiet space where you finally allow yourself to be completely honest with each other. They will say something. Maybe in a moment that seems ordinary. Maybe over breakfast or in a car or right before you fall asleep. And it will land in your chest like a stone settling into still water. And suddenly the move, the relocation, the leaving of everything familiar will not feel like a sacrifice. It will feel like a return, a homecoming to a place you've never been, but somehow recognize. This is the part people don't talk about. We focus on a wedding, the dress, the venue, the guest list, the menu, the flowers, the seating chart, the endless logistics that somehow become the entity of what we think a marriage is. We reduce something that is cosmically immense to a series of checkboxes and vendor contracts and family negotiations. We forget, or maybe we're too afraid to remember, that underneath all of that, something is actually happening. Something that has nothing to do with your color and everything to do with the architecture of your soul. Your partner's message, the one they have been carrying, is not something they fabricated or rehearsed. It's not a speech of a declaration or a grand romantic gesture. It's more like a confession, but not a confession of wrongdoing, a confession of recognition. They will tell you in their own words, in their own filtering way, that they see you, not the version of you that shows up at family dinners or the version that posts carefully curated photos of your life, but the you that exists before all of that, the essential you, the one that was shaped by the same invisible forces that shaped them. And when they say it, you will feel seen in a way you have never felt seen before. And that feeling, that raw, unguided moment of being fully perceived, will be the foundation of everything that follows. The relocation, the physical distance you're about to travel, is the visible part, but there is an invisible relocation happening too. A shifting of your internal geography that is far more significant. You are not just moving to a new city or a new state. You are moving into a new understanding of yourself, of your soul. One that can only be accessed through the dynamic of this specific union. Your partner is not just a companion on this journey. They are the key, and the message they carry is the keys turning in the lock. This is why it feels so heavy sometimes. This is why there are tears in moments that should be purely joyful. This is why you feel like you are saying goodbye to something even as you are saying hello to everything you've ever wanted. Your body knows more than your mind does. Your gut, your chest, the tightness behind your eyes, that's your deeper self acknowledging the magnitude of what's actually happening. And the message your partner is carrying is the one thing that can make all that weight feel like wings instead of anchors. They might say something like, I knew before I met you. I didn't know what I knew, but I knew something was coming. And you will realize they are not being dramatic, they are being precise. Their life before you was a series of preparations they didn't fully understand. A collection of experiences that seemed random, jobs that didn't quite fit, relationships, plural, that had a shelf life, places that never felt like home until you came along, and suddenly all of it had a context, all of it was training, all of it was leading. And this is the part that changes everything. The part that you need to hear right now in this moment before you sign another lease, before you buy another box, before you make another decision based on the old map. Your partner's message is this: what you are building together is not for you. It's for those who will come after you, for the legacy that is already taken shape, for the impact that will ripple out from your union in ways you cannot possibly imagine right now. You are being entrusted with something that is larger than your happiness, larger than your security, larger than your love, even for each other. And that's why it has been happening, has been so hard. That's why it has required so much surrender. That's why you have had to let go of so much to get here. Think about the version of yourself from 5 years ago. Think about what that person thought love was, what they thought what home was, what they thought they needed. That version of you would look at your life right now, at the person you're about to marry, at the place you're about to move to, and would be completely baffled. Yeah, none of this matches the blueprint they had. And that's a good thing. That's a sign that you have grown, that you have been shaped by something beyond your own preferences and projections. But here is the more important thing. The version of you from 5 years from now, the one you cannot see yet, is looking back at you right now with so much gratitude. That future version of you knows what's coming, knows the message your partner is about to deliver, knows the impact it will have, and wants you to just keep going, just keep trusting, just keep showing up. Because the message is already in motion. It's already working its way through the silence to the moment when it will be spoken. And when it arrives, everything will shift. Everything will shift. Everything will change. So your partner may seem unaware that they are carrying this. Yeah, it may not have fully dawned on them what they know. They may be operating from a place of instinct, moving toward you because something in them recognizes something in you without being able to articulate it. But the message is there. a dormant volcano waiting for the right pressure to the right alignment, the right moment. And when it erupts, it will not destroy, it will create. It will form new land, new possibilities, new ground that you can both build on. This is why the relocation is part of the equation. You cannot receive this message where you are. You need to be in emotion. You need to be physically moving, physically living, physically creating distance from the old context. Because the old context holds you in place. It reminds you of who you used to be. It has all the memories and the habits and the gravitational pull of everything that kept you small. You have to step into new air to hear this new thing. And that's what the move is really for. It's not about a better job or a nicer house or better weather, although maybe. It's about being in a space where you can finally truly hear what your partner has been sent to tell you. And here is something else, something that may sting for a second but will ultimately free you. Your partner's message will ask something of you. It will not be a passive transmission. You don't just get to sit back and absorb it and go about your day. It will demand a response. It will ask you to become someone you haven't been yet. It will ask you to lay down old defensiveness, old wounds, old narratives that have protected you but have also isolated you. It will ask you to trust, not in a sentimental way, but in an active, masculine way. A trust that shows up in how you spend your money, where you put your energy, what you say yes to, and what you finally say no to. The marriage itself will be the container for this transformation. It's not the goal, it's the vessel. It's the structure that holds you both while you become who you're meant to be. And the relocation, the physical upheaval, the leaving behind of the familiar, that's the catalyst that makes the transformation possible. You cannot become who you are about to become by staying where you are. You know this, even if you don't want to admit it. You felt it. Yeah, you felt it, that pull towards something unknown, that whisper that says it's time. And your partner, your future spouse, they have been feeling it too. They have been feeling it in their own way, in their own life, in their own moments of decision. And the message they carry is the synthesis, the coming together of all those feelings, all those whispers, all those nudges into something you can actually hold. They will put language to what has been wordless. They will name what has been unnamed. And in doing so, they will hand you the key to your own freedom, not freedom from them, freedom with them. So imagine this. You are sitting across from them, maybe in a place that's still unfamiliar, maybe in the middle of boxes and uncertainty. And they look at you with this expression you have seen, but never fully understood. And they will say, they say the thing. They say what they have been carrying. And in that instant, you understand why you had to go through everything you went through, why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why certain opportunities crumbled. It was all to bring you to this exact moment, this exact place, this exact person, this exact message. And everything that felt like loss, every tear you cried in solitude, every false start, every relationship that taught you what you didn't want, every night you spent wondering if it would ever make sense, it all becomes clear, not in an intellectual way, in a visceral way, the kind of knowing that lives in your bones. And the relocation, the actual physical move, takes on a new dimension. It's not just a new zip code. It's a new dimension of experience, a new layer of existence. You are literally moving into a different frequency of your own life. Your partner is going to say something that will make you realize the marriage is not the end, it's the beginning. And not the beginning of a story you already know, but a story you've never even conceived of. And that's terrifying and exhilarating in equal measure, because you don't know how it ends. You don't even know the middle. You're only just you are only just now seeing the opening page. And the message, it's not a secret they have been keeping. It's a truth they have been discovering. And when they share it with you, you will realize you've been discovering it too, in your own way, at your own pace, in your own time. You've been on parallel journey that are finally intersecting. And the marriage, the ceremony, the legal commitment, the public declaration, all of that is just the outer shell. The inner reality is the recognition, or the moment when you both understand that you are part of something bigger, something that was written long before you knew how to read it. This is the conversation you need to have. Not the one about where the toaster goes or who's handing the catering, but the one about why you're actually here, what you're actually doing, what you're actually building. And your partner wants to have that conversation. They are ready for it. They have been preparing for it, maybe without even knowing it. They have been moving toward you, toward this moment, toward this revelation. And all the small talk, all the dating, all the getting to know each other, all of it was just the threshold. You're about to cross over, and you will be different on the other side. You will see the relocation not as a disruption, but as an unveiling. Yeah, you will see your partner not as a romantic interest, but as a fellow traveler, a co-conspirator, a witness to your becoming. And the message they bring will not just be a message, it will be the transmission, the word that turns everything, that reorders your priorities, that alters your trajectory, that makes you realize you have been preparing for this your whole life, your entire life. So, as you pack your boxes, as you say your goodbyes, as you navigate the chaos and the uncertainty and the overwhelm of it all, remember that underneath the surface, something is moving, something is being born, something is being said. Your partner is about to say the thing that changes everything. And you will be ready to hear it. You will be ready to receive it. You will be ready because you have been readied. But by every trial, by every disappointment, every quiet moment of longing, every prayer you whispered into the dark, you are getting married. Not just to a person, to a purpose. You are relocating not just to a place, to a presence. And your partner's message, the one that will change everything, is already on its way, already forming in their heart, already arranging the words that will unlock something in you that you didn't even know was locked. And when it comes, you will understand why you were never meant to stay where you were. Why comfort was never the goal. Why your restlessness had direction. Why your longing had a shape. Because you were always going to end up here, right here, at this threshold, with this person about to receive the one thing that makes it all make sense. So your partner's message changes everything because it reveals what was always true. The hidden structure, the invisible architecture, the shared assignment that you signed up for before you even arrived. And now, finally, you are ready to live it. You are ready because you are done the work. You are ready because you've let go of what wasn't yours. You are ready because you have become someone who can hold the weight of this knowing. And your partner, the one who carries the message, has become someone who can deliver it with integrity and grace. This is what's waiting for you on the other side of the move, on the other side of the waiting, on the other side of all the fear and the doubt and the second guessing. This is what you have been preparing for. This is the point, this is the why that makes all the how make sense. So yes, you are getting married. Yes, you are relocating. Yes, there are 1,000 details and a million pieces of the puzzle, and you are not sure how it all fits together yet. But you don't have to, because the message your partner is carrying, the one that changes everything, doesn't just explain the puzzle. It reveals that the puzzle was never the point. The point was you together in this moment. In this moment, about to hear what have been waiting your whole life to know.